Hello everyone and welcome to the online classes of mathematics for class 7. I am Gaurav. So today we are going to start the unit 1, that is integer. Now let's begin. First of all we have to understand the two numbers. First one natural number and the second one is whole number. When we are talking about natural number, all counting numbers are called natural numbers. For example, 1, 2, 3 up to infinite. This is natural number. Now when we are talking about the whole number, all natural numbers together with 0 are called whole numbers. For example, 0, 1, 2, 3 up to infinite. The main difference in these two numbers are natural numbers start from 1 and whole number starts from 0. Now we will move to the next slide, that is what are integers. After that we will move to the next slide. Here we have to understand the definition of integers. All natural numbers, 0 and negative of counting numbers are called integers. For example, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, etc. are, are all integers. In other words, we can say that the combination of negative and positive numbers together with 0 are known as integer. Now we will move to the next slide, that is integers. Integers are numbers like 1, 2, 3. Can be positive or negative, means it will be -1, this is also integer, 2, this is also integer, -3, this is also an integer. Do not have decimals. Decimal means 3.3. 3.3. This is a decimal number, not integer. Do not have fraction. Fraction means 4 upon 5. This is fraction. This is fraction, not an integer. Now we will move to the next slide. That is examples. Here we can easily distinguish between integers and non-integers. Integers, first we will talk about integers. 5 is an integer, 10,059 it is integer, -33 integer, -478 this is also an integer, 29. These all are the example of integers. But when we are talking about non-integers, 4.5 this is decimal number, so it is decimal number, not integer. -3.33 this is not an integer. 2 by 3 this is fraction. Fraction is also non-integer. -6 whole 1 upon 2 that is mixed fraction. It is also non-integer. -83.9 this is also an example of, these all are example of non-integers. Now we will move to the next slide, that is integers, how we will see with the help of figure. Positive temperature reading. All numbers in this photo are positive. We will see the left side figure. Here 6 is positive, 9 is positive, 7 degree Fahrenheit is also positive, 180 it is also positive. Means in this figure all the numbers are positive. So we can say it is positive integer. Average per, now the right hand side figure, average per game value is negative. This is an old iPod. In this figure, the average per game is negative, -594. This is negative integer. Now we will move to the next slide, that is positive and negative integer. This is a differentiate between what is the positive. How can we say this is a positive and how can we say this is negative? First of all, we will talk about positive integers. When the temperature is above 0, it means 1 degree Celsius, 5 degree Celsius. We can write now. So here 5 is what? Positive integer. 1 is what? Positive integer. Now the second point. When you are above the ground means 5 feet above the ground. We are writing now 5 feet above the ground. For yeah, 5 meter above the ground, we can say. So here 5 is what? Positive integer. Now the third point is what? When you earn money. When you earn money means 100 rupees. Someone says ki I earned today 100 rupees. So this 100 rupees is what? Positive integer. Now we will talk about the negative integers. So here negative integers, we can say the first point, when the temperature is below zero. Below zero means minus 2 degree Celsius. Here minus 2 is what? Negative integer. It is negative integer. When you are on below ground, 5 meter below, 5 meter below ground, 4 meter below ground. So we write 4 meter below ground. So here we are writing minus 4. So this minus 4 is what? This is negative integer. When you spend money, when you spend money means कि suppose you spend 20 rupees. So this 20 rupees we can write in form of minus 20. So this is what? This is negative integer. Example of negative integer. Now we will move to the next slide. This is how we will represent integers on a number line. Here, first point, this is positive integers increases in increments of 1 as you move to the right. Now, the second point, negative integers mirror this moving to the left of 0. However, even though they appear to be getting bigger, they are actually getting smaller. And the last one is minus 5 is one number smaller than minus 4. For example, with the help of example, I can explain this more. Here on the this is a number line. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. Means right hand side of 0. When we move from 0 to right hand side, all numbers are positive, and when we move left side of 0, all numbers are in negative. This is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Now here we can see this on a number line. When we move from left to right, all numbers in arrange in increasing order, and when we move from right to left, all numbers are arranged in negative sign. Here means when we are talking about here 5 minus 5. So here we can say that minus 5 is smaller than minus 4. Here we can say minus 4 is smaller than minus 3. Minus 3 is smaller than minus 2. And minus 2 is smaller than minus 1. And here minus 1 is smaller than 0. Here we can say that here 1 is greater than, here we can say that 1 is greater than 0, 2 is greater than 1, 3 is greater than 2, 4 is greater than 3, and 5 is greater than 4. Now we will move to the next slide. With the help of this figure, we can easily understand how we will write the numbers on number line, how we will represent integers on number line. Now we will move to the next. Here, adding integers. You already know how to add positive integers. You just haven't called them integers before. Before, when we are not knowing about integers, then we are writing 2 plus 1. It will come 3. But now in this class we have to study integer. So here we can say 2 is an integer, 1 is also an integer, and when we add these two integers we will get 3. This is also an integer. Now we will move to the next slide, that is adding positive integers. How we will add positive integers? Here 5 is positive integer, 3 is also positive integer, and in between plus sign is there. So when we add 5 plus 3, it will come 8, and 8 is also a positive integer. We will move to the next slide. How we will add negative integers. In this Adding negative integer is just like adding positive integers. Only difference, the answer will be a negative sign. Here, for example, minus 6 is negative integer. Minus 5 is also negative integer. When we add any two negative integers, we will get answer in negative form, that is minus 11. This is also an integer, but it is minus 11, so it is negative integer. This only works if both numbers are negative. Now we will move to the next. Absolute value. When we are talking about absolute value, here absolute value is the distance between a number and 0. It does not matter which direction you are moving to get back to 0. All the important is all that important is how many steps it takes to go there. So this is absolute value, and absolute value we are always write in mod. This is a. Suppose the method of writing absolute value is like this. So whatever we are writing, any number we are writing in absolute value, suppose a is any number, any integer, so answer will be a. Suppose I wrote minus 6. Someone says ki find the absolute value of minus 6. So we can write in mod, and after that the answer will come 6, because absolute value of minus 6 is 6. Means whatever values we are uh, taking, whether it is a negative or positive, answer will always come in positive. Now absolute value, how we will show, see here. It is written as vertical lines on either side of the number, that is called mod. Here we can read mod 12, the value of mod 12, yeah, the absolute value of 12 is 12. Here the absolute value of minus 23, yeah, mod 23 mod minus 23 is 23. Absolute value are always positive. Now we will move to the next slide. Now here we have to see the properties of integers. The first property, that is called closure property. The second property, associative property. Third one, commutative property, distributive property, and many more properties are there. Now we will see first one, closure property. Now in this first one is closure property. When we are talking about the closure property under addition and subtraction state that sum or difference of any two integer will always be an integer. If x and y are any two integers, x plus y and x minus y will be an integer. Means the question in this property says that closure property of addition and subtraction says that when we add any two integers, like example x and y, x is also integer, y is also integer. So when we add any two integer, we will get an integer. For example, 3 plus 4. 3 is what? 3 is integer. 4 is also an integer. When we add these two integers, we will get an integer, that is 7. Now, when we subtract any two integers, x minus y, now here 5 minus 8. The 5 is an integer, 8 is also an integer. When we subtract these two integers, we will get minus 3. This is also an integer. Now, closure property under multiplication state that the product of any two integer will be an integer. That is, if x and y are any two integers, xy will also be an integer. For example, 6 into 9 equals to 54, and minus 5 into 3 equals to minus 15, which are integers. Means the multiplication of any two integer is also integer. So I can say that if I will add any two integer, the value will be an integer. If I will subtract any two integer, I will get an integer. If I will multiply any two integer, then I will get an integer. Now we will move to the next one, that is commutative property. The commutative property of addition and multiplication state that the order of terms does not matter. The order of term does not matter. The result will be the same, whether it is addition or multiplication. Swapping of terms will not change the sum or product. Suppose x and y are any two integers. Then first one x the first one x plus y equals to y plus x, and second one x into y equals to y into x. Here this property says that changing the order of any two number does not change the result. Here the first one, x is at first position, y is at second position. When we change the order, here y is at first position and x is at second position, the result will be the same. Means result will be the same. And when we multiply any two integers and we change the order of these two integers, then also the result will be same. For example, we can see here 4 plus 6, it will come 10. Here 4 is at first position and 6 is at second position. Now we will change the position of these two numbers, like 6 is we put at the first position and 4 is at second position. Now when we add these two numbers, the result will be 10. Here also 10 and here also 10, means changing the order of any two numbers in addition and in multiplication, the result will be the same. Now one thing is that, but subtraction, this property does not hold, and in division also this property does not hold. For example, here when we subtract, see here, when we subtract, suppose 4 we subtract from minus 6, it will come minus 10, it will come 10 only. But when we change the order, here I will write minus 6 at first position and minus 4 at second position. When we add these two numbers, first of all we have to open the bracket, and after opening this bracket it will come minus 6, and minus 6 and minus 4 it will come minus 10. So here 10 and it is minus 10, so both are not equal, so it does not follow. Now we will move to the next one, that is associative property. Associative property of addition and multiplication state that the way of grouping of number does not matter. The result will be the same. Means we can form any group. In addition and in multiplication, we can form any group. One can one can group number in any way, but the answer will be the same. Here x, y, z be any three integer. We can understand with the help of this one. The first, this one, this is says x plus y plus z equals to x plus y plus z. In this one, this is LHS, left hand side. We will see x plus y plus z. Y plus z is what? In one group. And after that, right hand side, y plus z, again one group. So we will see with the help of an example. Now first of all, here I am taking here x equals to, I am putting x equals to 1, y equals to 2, z equals to 3, x, y, z. Now here I am putting this one x plus y plus z to in addition form 1 plus 2 plus z in left hand side. When we put the value, so we will solve 3 plus 2, it will come 5. When we open this bracket, if outside of this bracket 1 is there, when we add 5 plus 1, it will come 6. Now when we put the same values x, y and z on the right hand side in addition, we will get what? See, 1 plus 2 inside the bracket and plus 3 outside of this bracket. So first of all, we will solve this bracket. So 2 plus 1, it will come 3. 3 plus 3, it will come 6. Means here answer is also same. Here answer is also same. Same in case of multiplication. Here 1 into 2 into 3. So 2 into 3, first of all, we have to solve the bracket. 2 into 3, it will come 6. And outside of this bracket is 1. So 6 into 1, it will come 6. And now when we take right hand side, here x into y in one group into z outside of that group. So 1 into 2 it will come 2, and when we open this bracket, 2 into 3 it will come 6. Here answer is also same. Subtraction of integers is not associative. Here when we put the values in this equation, both the values are what? Not equal. Suppose here we will put 1, x1, y2, and here 3, and here again 1, 2, and 3. And when we put this bracket and when we solve these numbers, we will get 2 on left hand side and minus 4 on right hand side. Both the values are not same, so it is subtraction of integer is not associative. The fourth one is distributive property. When we are talking about distributive property, it explains the distributive property explains the distributing ability of operations over another. Mathematically, operations within a bracket, it is it can be either distributive property of multiplication over addition or distributive property of multiplication over subtraction. This can be represented by for any integer x and y. Here, first one we will see this one, first one equation, x into y plus z. It is left hand side, and right hand side x into y plus x into z. Now we will put the values. Here I took x equals to 5, y equals to 2, and z equals to 1. Now when we put the values of x, y, and z in first equation, see what happened? Here 5 outside of this bracket, 2 plus 1 inside the bracket, and after that equals to sign, and again 5 into 2 one bracket plus sign, 5 into 1 another bracket. Now first of all we will solve the LHS. Here when we solve the LHS, so first of all we will solve bracket. So outside of this bracket is 5, we can write 5 as it is, and 2 plus 1 it will come 3, and when we multiply 5 into 3 it will come 15. Now when we solve this one, 5 into 2 it will come 10, and plus 5 into 1 5. Now when we add these two integers we will get 15. Here LHS and RHS both are equal, so we can say that the distributive property multiplication over addition satisfy this one. Similarly, we can solve by ourselves. We can put the values of x, y, z in this second equation, and then we can find the values. Now we will move to the next slide, that is existence of additive inverse. For it says that for any integer a, we have a plus in bracket minus a equals to 0. The, the opposite of a integer a is minus a. The sum of an integer and its opposite is 0. It must be. For example, I can explain this one. Someone says to me, says to you, or says to me that what is the additive inverse of 5? Means what is the additive inverse of 5? So what we have to do? We have to add just opposite sign of the same number. And when we break this, when we open this bracket, it will come outside of this bracket is plus sign and inside is minus. To 5 minus 5 it will come 0. So the additive inverse of 5 is minus 5. Minus 5 is the answer. Now we will move to the next, that is exercise. Now we will start the exercise. The first question says that evaluate 15 plus minus 8. We have to solve. Now first of all we have to try to understand this is what? Minus 8 is in bracket. This is in bracket. First we will open this bracket. When we open this bracket, outside of this bracket plus sign is there, and inside the bracket is minus sign. Then after opening this bracket, the sign will be changed. We can write 15 minus 8. It now here 15 is positive and 8 is negative. So 1 is positive and 1 is negative. So we are doing the subtraction. We will subtract 15 minus 8. It will come 7. So we are writing 7. Now here we will see one thing, if 15 is greater number. So we are using the plus sign. So answer is 7. Similarly, the second part, minus 7 in one bracket plus minus 23 in another bracket. Again we have to open this bracket. After opening this bracket, minus 7 will come and minus 23 will come. Now minus 7 and minus 23 both are negative. Both are negative, it means that the answer will be also in negative. So it will come minus 30. Here in bracket I explain how it happens. Now we will move to the next next question is, find the sum of 153 and minus 302. So first of all we have to replace this and with plus sign. 153 plus in bracket minus 302. Now 153, when we open this bracket, the sign will be changed. Here it will come minus 302. Now one is positive and another is negative. What it means? It means that we have to do the subtraction, and for that only, after subtracting we will get 149 as the answer. Now here we can see this 302 is what? Greater number, so we will use negative sign. Now we will move to the next question, that is minus 2035 and 297. Here minus 2035 plus 297, again one is negative, one is positive, we have to do the subtraction, and after subtraction we will get 1738. Again here we can see 2035 is the greater number, so we will use the greater number symbol, that is minus. Now in third part of this question, minus 489 and minus 324. Minus 420, minus 489 and minus 324. Here we will replace this and with plus sign, and now minus 489 plus in bracket we can write minus 324. Again we will break the open this bracket, minus 489 and minus 324. Now both the integers are negative integers, so we will add and we will put negative sign in front of this number. Now we will move to the next question. The next question says that find the additive inverse. अभी हम लोगों ने बात की थी. Find the additive inverse. The first one, minus 83. Additive inverse of minus 83 equals to minus outside of this bracket and inside minus 83 equals to 83, because when we open this bracket the sign will be changed. Minus minus will be minus, minus will become plus. Now additive inverse of 256, the additive inverse of 256 equals to minus sign we have to put outside of the bracket, and after that we can break the bracket, open this bracket, the answer will be minus 256. Now some homework for you, it is very easy. Solve exercise 1a. Solve exercise 1a, question number 1, 2, 3, and then we will I will explain question number 4, 5, 6 in next video. Thank you everyone. Take care.